What's up? This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible Today, and Non-Fungible Tomorrow. And for those of you who have been, frequenting Twitter, NFT Twitter, you'll be noticing that a lot of people have been talking about Reddit NFT Twitter avatars. And I've been talking about Reddit NFT avatars before in the past, and I do think one of the success is based on the fact that they do not advertise it as NFT, but they talk about digital collectibles, and the way they onboard people is actually very user-friendly. So this is a tweet that I just made yesterday. Everyone is talking about Reddit avatars like there's something new. I've actually talked about it back in July and even tweeted my thoughts about the pricing and experience to Seneca. So the reason why you subscribe and you like this channel is that you get the latest news. You get to know what is happening within the space. Sometimes that thing could get popular immediately, but sometimes that thing might take some time to get popular, right? So a while back, I tweeted to Seneca, I say, by then, I think, so Seneca's question, right, was a fun thought experiment. What will our space look like 10 million when 10 million wallets was collecting NFTs? And this is actually quite a very good, prediction, right? Because right now, people are saying that a lot of new wallets has been created because of Reddit avatars, right? And I say, by then, I think NFTs wouldn't price that high, right, for mass adoption. Maybe they could be unlimited in supply too. See Facebook plus Reddit avatars. So Facebook didn't come up with avatars that is NFTs, but they did come up with avatars. But they did come up with some sort of digital collectibles where you can buy branded fashion brands for your virtual avatar. But for Reddit, they actually minted the NFTs on the Polygon blockchain, right? So I was saying that driven by more native experiences could be Web2 companies, but we'll have to see, right? So I do think that tech companies are actually the key to unlocking mass adoption in the space. And the reason why a lot of people are missing this is they're not watching quality content, right? People who are doing videos about this almost every day. So, Crit talked about, Reddit has hated on NFT pretty much since inception, but it turns out the key to getting them collectively accepting them was to simply rename them from NFTs to digital collectibles, which I do not think is the full picture, right? Because in addition to that, what happened was that the key was to create something with utility, okay? It was using these avatars, you can use this as a profile picture in Reddit, and then it shows that digital collectible, right? So that is a very inherent utility. And a lot of these NFTs were actually free claims. A while back, Reddit was using the newsfeed to advertise heavily. Hey, thank you for being a loyal user. Here's your free NFT. Here's your free, not NFTs, but here's your free digital collectible. So first of all, it was free. And the way that because it is free, right? People would click on the button and claim a free item, right? Because the one thing we have to understand, digital items is not new. NFTs, the concept of NFTs is not new. The whole idea of NFTs is just that the ownership is on the blockchain, but digital items like in-game purchase, in-game skin has been here for decades, has been here for centuries. So it isn't anything really innovative besides the blockchain backing, right? So, and also affordable prices, right? Because these NFTs, these digital collectibles were minted out at a more affordable pricing rather than very expensive Web3 type of pricing. And the positive narrative of supporting the avatar artists. So back then they were saying that, hey, if you buy these NFTs, you're supporting the artists, right? We are finding these artists to create these Reddit avatars, right? And also the marketing push, I said, they did a lot of promotions to keep pushing these avatar and word of mouth, right? Because once you have a lot of users start using it, once you have people swapping the traits of the avatars and stuff like that, people start talking about it, right? Then you start to have word of mouth, and therefore it is successful, right? So I think this is a great case study, and it is also a very great case study that why you have to watch these content, right? You seldom have a channel. A lot of channels cover the prices and stuff like that, but you seldom have the channel really talking about the fundamental news of what is happening in the equities market, crypto market, and NFTs market, right? So, and it is an unbiased channel because I basically cover everything, right? I cover Meta, I cover Web3, so I'm not really biased, right? But a lot of Web3 influencers probably just cover Web3, right? So there's a bias over there, and you might miss out a lot, right? Because back then people could be, oh, you're Web2, we're not gonna cover you, that type of stuff. But anyways, this is my prediction. When Meta releases their own versions of NFTs, digital collectibles, avatars like Reddit, I wonder if crypto Twitter or NFT Twitter will draw over it, right? So this is my conclusion. I'm actually curious to see if that happens. Yeah, so I do think that digital collectibles is one of the key points in this successful case. And I always say that rather than marketing your stuff as NFT, because your web syncs already, a lot of people are saying NFTs, but rather than market them at NFTs, why not just make it something that people are familiar with, right? Digital collectibles, virtual items, right? Something that people have experienced in in-game purchases, and NFT itself is not really a selling point. Okay, but digital collectibles and the utility behind that digital collectible and the benefits that you can bring the user is your selling point. So don't use NFTs as a gimmick, but more think about what is put into the effort behind this, right? I always use the idea of gym membership as an analogy for NFT. So if gym membership is very hard to sell in person, why do you think a virtual membership will be easy to sell? So you have to go above and beyond. So moving on, traditional news. So Rishi Sunak will be the new UK Prime Minister. So he is the new UK Prime Minister because he met the king already. US and Eurozone business activity is contracting. China GDP grew at faster expected rate. Chinese stock tanked as CS and iron grip on the country. Apple raises Apple TV Plus and Apple Music prices, so it seems that Apple is kind of confident in the content that they're creating, right? Before, it was given away as a free membership in the past. So the market is kind of weird in general. US stock rose across the board as a sign of cooling US economy, raises hope for slower Fed rate hike. So yesterday, some of the indexes came out, and the market didn't react positively at first, but then it kind of went back up. But Hong Kong Asia indexes are actually not good. So today, some of the big tech earnings are coming out. So that's why the Nasdaq pre-market is quite negative. Look at Google is releasing the news today. Spotify is releasing the news. Visa is releasing it. UPS is releasing it. So this is definitely gonna affect how the market reacts, right? Especially the Nasdaq, right? So if you look at the market, pre-market right now is red. We're waiting for the tech earnings. Overall market it's kind of a wet day today. So if you look at the calendar, we have some consumer index numbers coming in almost 2 hours, and then you have a Commissioner CFTC speaking, a CPI quarter over quarter in Australia. And so yeah, I think moving on, if you go to the cryptocurrency market cap, Aptos is actually a trending token right now. But you look at this, we are back at 929 billion, Bitcoin at 19,287. So we kind of rallied a bit and then now trading sideways, really. Ethereum at 1,343. So it is a very quiet market. But if you look at the stable coins, right, it is a downward trend. Look at this, right? Just kind of just stumped downward. So definitely not really positive in the sense that money is leaving the market. They're not moving to stable coins, really. You look at this, total market cap, Bitcoin at 41.74, Ethereum at 18.55. So it's pretty much a sideways market, especially the total market cap and also Bitcoin dominance. So what smart money is doing, they're moving money to TUSD and USDT, okay? So moving on, crypto news, MakerDAO votes to custody 1.6 billion USDC with Coinbase, okay? So a decentralized entity is now using Coinbase institutional grade service, I think, to earn rewards from the yield. So Chinese intelligence allegedly tried to bribe US official with Bitcoin. So they're saying that some Chinese intelligence officers trying to allegedly, right? Okay, so it's not proven yet. Okay, to bribe a US official, government official with Bitcoin. SEC Chair Gensler says crypto is centralized despite founding principles, right? So to a certain extent, it is not wrong, right? In terms of the infrastructure of crypto, a lot of it is actually centralized. And also token ownerships, really. So Australia regulator cracked down crypto firm for false misleading claims. Okay, so this is the operators of cryptocurrency Keon. Okay, ARK Invest scoops up more Coinbase, Block, and Robinhood stocks. Okay, so ARK Invest is investing more on the crypto space. Compound unanimously vote to positivity for fall cryptocurrency. Okay. So if you click into this, user won't be able to use ZRX, BAT, Maker, and UN Finance on Compound now, okay? So Compound is kind of like a aggregator, like a yield compounding platform. So moving on, another interesting news actually based in Asia is that crypto is spreading across wealthy in Singapore and Hong Kong, according to KPMG survey with 35 million offices, right? So they gathered some response, and then they found out that of the 58% already invest in crypto, 100% held Bitcoin, 87% disclosed Ether, 60 bought NFTs and other metaverse token, 47 has DeFi tokens, right? So one of the reasons why they want this is because store wealth, DeFi, they're investing in this metaverse, smart contract platform. So this is DeFi. This is basically this, right? According to them, who are not investing and are planning to invest in digital asset, they are planning to look at stablecoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and central bank CBDCs. Okay, So yeah, it really shows you that smart money is actually moving into this space as well, according to this report, investing in digital asset, that was just recently released. Okay. And yeah, a lot of different type of content here, so definitely check it out if you're interested. They talk about different type of feelings towards the smart money. So moving on, NFT news. So I talk about Reddit, right? They have onboarded millions to Web3 and NFTs without them even knowing. Okay, so 3 million wallets, okay, 86,000 NFTs, top avatars selling for 6.9 ETH and more, market cap over 100 million and 24 hours volume. Okay, so I do think that this is a narrative that crypto NFT Twitter is just recently spun. The people who are actually buying these NFTs are actually not the Redditors themselves, but actually crypto native people, because those are the people who have Polygon Ethereum, right? Those are the people who are buying these NFTs hoping to flip them, right? So basically, it is not within the community of the Reddit community. Maybe there could be some overlaps, but I do think that the money is going from NFT Twitter into Reddit, right? So this is how the whole thing works, and not vice versa, because Redditors might not still be open to NFTs, right? But they're open to digital collectibles. Okay. Apple, yes, this is a big news I want to share. Apple has updated App Store guidelines to prevent NFT from ordering in-app utility and becomes now the largest threat to Web. I won't say it's the largest threat. It's just that according to Bankless, right? Well, Bankless is actually very pro Web3, right? So what happened is that they think that Apple owns the land, not you. And so what happened is that apps may use in-app purchase to sell services related to NFTs, such as minting, listing, and transfer. Apps may allow users to view their own NFTs, provided the NFT ownership does not unlock features or functionality within the apps. Okay, so what happened is that Apple has something called in-app purchase, right? So they make money through in-app purchase. They have a split with the app developers, right? The reason why they're having this is that they don't want the app developers to bypass these in-app purchase in the form of NFT, so that they will miss out on the split. So I do think that this is one of the reasons why they are using this kind of policy to prevent developers who are smart enough to bypass using NFTs as an in-app purchase to directly get the revenue. Okay, so it really depends, like whether you want to support what you want to support apps that is supported by the iPhone, or you basically go to Android, which is a more open ecosystem, or in another sense that is under Google. But there isn't 100% open ecosystem, right? We are still living in an age where mobile phones be pretty much dominated by the major tech companies and browsers and also operating systems, right? So I think that's one of the reasons. So rather than immediately jumping into conclusion, we do have to think about this, but it is indeed a bullish thing. It basically means that more and more ads might, because of this clarity, introduce NFT. So it could be a very positive thing for the space rather than just negative, right? So Twitter is reportedly developing its own wallet to support crypto and deposit withdrawals. So this is actually big as well. So you have more and more platforms doing this. According to Jane Manchu Wong, so she's kind of like a hacker. She likes to hack Twitter backend to find out and develop new functions and stuff like that. UK new Prime Minister prefers Bored Apes to CryptoPunk. So there was a video about people asking him which one he prefers. He chose Bored Apes, right? So Artifact and Rimowa draw and mint announced for October 27th, right? So in 2 days, Artifact's partnership with Rimowa is gonna happen. So Funko and Warner Brothers launching horror-themed digital pop collections available on Monday. So this is on the marketplace called Drop. So yeah, Funko Pop is actually entering into the NFT space. So that's it, guys. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC. If you like the content, remember to like and subscribe. And that's it for today. And hopefully see you tomorrow. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, signing out.